Yo, how everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Gonna talk about this um Oklahoma New York game. What a game this was, man. 103-100. Oklahoma wins it. New York almost tried to tie it, headed a three to tie it. Oklahoma was dominating this game fifth by 15 points, 15-point lead. Then New York made comeback, made it a game. They tied it up, but Oklahoma holds on for the 3-point game. But man, what a game this was, man. At times it didn't look so good. Like I said, Oklahoma was winning by as many as 15 points. But New York came back and made it a game back and forth. Then at the end, man, they missed a three to send it to overtime. This was a fun game. Let's look at the stat line, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 26 points. Chet Holmgren, 28 points. Isaiah Hartenstein, he didn't do shit tonight. I don't know what the hell happened to him. Luke Dort, 16 points. So yeah, man, those were really the guys that went to work tonight, man. Luke Dort with 16, Chet Holmgren with 28, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 26. Those are really the guys that went to work tonight for the Oklahoma Thunder, man. They really did. Everybody else kind of sucked ass. For the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 16 points, not that great. Took 18 shots, only made 5 of them, so not a great performance by Jalen Brunson. He's got to play better than this if they want to win a championship. This is potentially a finals preview, and you play like this, Jalen Brunson. Shame on you, Jalen Brunson. Are you serious, man? Mikal Bridges, 15 points. Josh Hart, 10 points. He didn't play that good either. Took 11 shots, only made 4 of them. Karl Towns, 17 points, 17 rebounds. Karl Towns low-key went to work tonight. He did. OJ Adebayo, 16 points. So, then you got Landry Shamet with 14 off the bench. I think Josh Hart got hurt or something. I think his back was hurting or something. Landry Shamet did he played 31 minutes, and I don't know, I thought he got a little bit too much playing time. I think something might have been wrong with Josh Hart. But yeah, man, Jalen Brunson does need to play a little bit better in these type of games. Maybe Mikal Bridges, I know he's not really like a super scorer, but maybe a little bit more for Mikal Bridges as well. Maybe even Adebayo a little bit more. They need a little bit more. You cannot have your highest scorer being Karl Towns with 17. That's not bad for Karl Towns. He went to work, 17 rebounds, 17 points. But you need to get somebody in the 25-35s. You're not even scoring. You don't even have a leading scorer over 17 points. You're not going to win games like this in the big time, especially once you get to the Eastern Finals and potentially the NBA Finals. They need somebody. They need Jalen Brunson, somebody to Mikal Bridges, OJ Adebayo to get their head out of their ass and play better than this, man. You need at least 25 from 35 from Jalen Brunson if you want to win this type of games. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 26. Chet Holmgren had 28. You need something like that, man. Especially from Jalen Brunson, man. They need to play a little bit better. But anyways, that's what we're gonna talk about right now. Let's see. Let's move along here tonight. Let's talk about some other stuff, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a Wednesday. I know there's let's see where I want to get started. Is there anything on football? What the fuck? I forgot the fucking. I feel like a pendejo right now. I forgot the fucking McCuffie. I fucking hate like the Chiefs traded defensive back McDuffie to the Rams for a first round pick. I feel like a pendejo right now. I forgot his name. McDuffie. So a really good cornerback from the Kansas City Chiefs got traded to the LA Rams. McDuffie, I believe his name is, ladies and gentlemen. So huge pick. I was seeing back in, 2021 when they won the Super Bowl. They got Jalen Ramsey, I believe, or something. And they also got Matthew Stafford. Once again, this year, the Super Bowl is going to be in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. So perhaps the LA Rams are gearing for the Super Bowl run, but acquiring McDuffie as their new cornerback, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens there, but that was a nice trade in football. Baseball, the World Baseball Classic starts. I believe tomorrow. I think it's only gonna be like a few weeks, so it's gonna be kind of short. I don't know how much I'm gonna be watching of that. Probably just the games that are like more like attracting, but we'll see what happens. Last year was kind of good. I think the championship ended up being the USA versus Japan, and Japan won. So we'll see, something to keep an eye on tomorrow. I think it starts tomorrow, the Baseball World Classic. So we'll see if Team USA can win just like they won the hockey one. So we'll see what happens there. We're back to basketball. Well, is there any wrestling news? Okay, let's go to, well, yeah, wrestling news. Okay, okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm having like a pendejo moment. Let's go back to basketball, and then we'll see if there's any wrestling news. According to reports, somebody that's close to LeBron James is saying there's about a 95% chance he is going back to Cleveland next year. I don't know how legit this is, but apparently somebody that's close in the media to LeBron James is saying that there's about a 95% chance that LeBron James is going to be playing basketball in Cleveland next year. We'll see if that happens or not, man. Let's see if that happens or not. And then the final one is, I think Coach Mike Krzyzewski did an interview, and they were talking about possibly that he's hearing from the NCAA that they want to extend March Madness to like 90, what is it, 95 teams or whatever. Like they want, I think right now it's like at 60 something, and they want to make it like 95 teams in March Madness. Holy frijoles. So they want to add potentially up to as 30 more teams in March Madness. Holy frijoles. That is going to be very interesting to see if that happens. I think possibly what I'm thinking is they could just do from like March 1st to like April 1st. They want the whole month of March to be about March Madness. I wouldn't be surprised. I think what's going on here, and this is not only like these sports, I think it's between the sports leagues and the TV networks. I think they want to, they don't want as much quiet times in sports. So like from the Super Bowl, like usually, the Super Bowl is like somewhere between like the first 10 days, first 15 days of February. But then March Madness is not until like the third week of March. I think they want to close that out. They want to make March Madness and the Super Bowl a little bit more closer. So then, because you lose those audience, right? It starts getting warm in a lot of areas, and people stop watching TV, right? It's hard to get people back in the home and watching TV. So it might be a strategy too to like, okay, let's try to get March Madness to start a little bit closer to the Super Bowl. So then a lot of people that are, just got finished watching football season can move right away into watch March Madness, and then maybe even connect March Madness when the NBA playoffs start in April. I think that's what they're going for. There's from like maybe like mid-February to like mid-March where it is kind of quiet in sports a little bit. So I think they want to close that gap out. That's what I'm thinking is going on here. And they said, well, let's add more teams. Let's add 30 more teams. So then we can instead, I think it's going to start like, I want to say March 18, March 19. It's starting this year. Like I said, they want to start a little bit earlier to close that gap so there's not many of a dry spell in sports between the Super Bowl and March Madness. But we'll see if that happens or not. We'll see. And then I think what's the final one? Wrestling. Let me think if there's anything. So a lot of people are saying that it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania in a one-on-one match, because apparently, now this doesn't really mean anything, it still happened, but they're saying that Drew McIntyre is expected to take some time off after WrestleMania to film a movie. It doesn't really mean anything because he can still retain the championship, and they can maybe have a fatal four-way at WrestleMania and then have him lose the championship at WrestleMania. Just because he's going to film a movie after WrestleMania does not mean, I don't think that really means anything as far as this Friday. No matter what, he's still expected to be in WWE for at least the whole month of March, and then at WrestleMania. So some people are saying, well, Mike's going to lose the championship because he's going to go film a movie. I don't think he starts filming the movie until like midway through April. He's still going to be at WrestleMania, so I don't think it really matters. They can still do a fatal four-way and have McIntyre and walk in as the champion versus Cody, Randy, and maybe Jacob Fatu. But yeah, apparently a lot of people think that if he doesn't lose the championship this Friday night on SmackDown, he's going to lose it at WrestleMania, because the plan is for him to take some time off here as in the spring to go film a movie. So we'll see about that, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is about it tonight. That's all I have to say here tonight on a damn Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's all I have to say here tonight in the world of sports. Let me think. No, I think I said everything I need to say here tonight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here tonight on a damn Wednesday. I hope you're entertained. I hope you're. Oh, by the way, shout out to people in the comments. I believe both Juan Sanchez, I believe, and Jonathan Taylor said hello. Hey, hi guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you showing your support to the channel. If you want me to acknowledge you, if you have a question or anything for me to say hello, say a question, and I will acknowledge you on the video. I'm not gonna acknowledge you in the comment section because I'm not part of the nerd community. I don't like typing. But anyways, if you want me to acknowledge you in the comment section, type and I will acknowledge you in the next video. So hello to, I believe, Juan Sanchez and Jonathan Taylor. Thank you for supporting the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're tired of eating pork and beans. Holla. What the fuck is happening?